Before we begin, make sure you hit the subscribe button, turn on the notification bell, and smash that like button. This story is developing fast, and you want to be the first to know every time we uncover a new layer. Now, let's get into it, and trust me, you're going to want to stay all the way to the end of this one. Tonight, we dive into one of the most unsettling and highly debated stories surrounding former South African Minister Nathi Mthethwa. A story that has left the nation confused, restless, and demanding answers. For weeks, social media platforms, political forums, and even international observers have been filled with questions. What exactly happened to Nathi Mthethwa? Why were officials so silent? And now that new reports from France have surfaced, what does it all mean? In this deeply detailed breakdown, we explore what the so-called French reports actually say, the inconsistencies people are pointing out, the political shockwaves, and the massive public reaction. This is not a simple story. This is a storm. And if at any point you feel your heart drop even a little, don't worry, you're not alone. The confusion began when early whispers about Mthethwa's alleged passing emerged. But officials released almost no clear timelines, no medical confirmations, and no transparent chain of events. People asked, where did it happen? Who confirmed it? Why were details so fragmented? And just when the entire nation was trying to make sense of the silence, suddenly a new twist emerged. French authorities were reportedly involved. For many South Africans, this was the moment the ground shifted under their feet. Why France? Why international documentation? What was being kept out of the public eye? The suspense grew. The speculation intensified. And then, everything exploded. Now, let's pause here. Because this is the moment everything changes. According to the circulating reports that South Africans have been discussing, French analysis allegedly provided details that did not match initial public narratives. These reports, discussed in forums, leaked documents, and expert commentary, raised questions around the exact date and time of death, the medical sequence that led to the incident, the location discrepancies, the timeline of communication between South African and French authorities. And whether you believe every detail or not, one thing is undeniable. These claims ignited a fire the authorities could no longer ignore. What should have been a straightforward announcement turned into a high-level international mystery. Imagine being an ordinary citizen, waking up to see that foreign documentation seems clearer than the statements coming from home. It's no wonder social media erupted. South Africans didn't stay quiet. Not this time. Questions poured in. Why were the reports coming from abroad instead of local institutions? Why was there a delay in communication? Why did political leaders respond so slowly? And most importantly, what is really being hidden from the nation? Some believed there was a cover-up. Others believed there was confusion. Others feared political interference. And because no one gave clear answers, the speculation grew into a national echo chamber. This is where things get even more intense. If you've been following South African politics, you know that everything is fragile right now. Trust in leadership is at an all-time low. Any miscommunication becomes a political earthquake. So when these French reports entered the scene, opposition parties, analysts, and even former intelligence members began speaking out. Some argued, if the international reports differ, we have the right to know why. Others added, transparency must be non-negotiable, especially with high-profile figures. Every hour, more voices entered the conversation. More pressure built. More shadows appeared in the background. By this point, many viewers found themselves glued to their screens, refreshing updates, unsure of what would drop next. And speaking of what drops next, hold on to your seat, because this next part is where the story becomes truly unsettling. The French reports didn't just offer clarity, they opened new doors of confusion. Some experts noted the timelines didn't match early statements. Certain medical details seemed vague. Some events were recorded differently between countries. Communication logs appeared incomplete. Every new detail raised another question. It was like watching a puzzle with half the pieces missing, but suddenly realizing the picture itself may have been wrong from the start. And if you're feeling that sinking tension in your chest right now, that's exactly what most viewers around the country felt. Because once you step into this rabbit hole, there's no going back. Here's the truth, this story is still developing. More information is expected. More officials are likely to speak. And the public has made it very clear, they will not settle for silence. Will the South African government release a detailed statement? Will international agencies step forward? Will more documents leak? And will the truth align with the early reports, or contradict everything we thought we knew? Right now, South Africa is watching. France is watching. Africa is watching. And whether you agree with the theories or not, one thing is certain. This is not the end of the story. This is only the beginning. If you felt that tension, that urge to know more, that moment where you said, wait, what? Then trust me. You need to subscribe right now. This story is unfolding hour by hour, and we're going to break down every update, every statement, every new document, and every twist that emerges. Subscribe. Turn on notifications. Like and comment. Share this with someone who needs to see it. Because the truth is coming. And when it does, you'll want to be here. Stay tuned, stay sharp, and stay subscribed.